Okay, welcome to the poetic evening with fertile brains. Rather, I would say morning and afternoon to everyone. Good night and everything. Let's wish the world to sing a song of peace, and let us begin the show by welcoming Poonam Sood ma'am to read out a poem. Poonam Sood ma'am hails from Ayodhya, and she is a social worker, social activist, writer, poet, and whatnot. And welcome, ma'am, after a long gap. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So it is winters here, and I start my poem with tea. Tea matters. In an elegant mansion, she lived alone, like a suspended tea bag in a vintage teacup. While taking an evening walk on a random stretch of road, sudden downpour made her rush for shelter to nearby antiquated old age home. The inmates gathered for tea in a common room, welcomed her in, and served her brewed tea in a half broken handle mug of low priced pottery. Was it the warmth of brewed tea which calmed her stressed nerves, or her subdued desire to live in amity? To live in amity.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Wonderful,
so
ma'am.
much.
Very timely and very seasonal, I would say. Let's have a.
I know. I know.
I'm holding a cup of tea.
So cold.
Thank you, man. Thanks for taking your time out and coming on, coming to the show. And
Pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
it's always my honor. And now let me welcome Dr. Yes, he's our very own Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur, ma'am. Ma'am, mic is yours.
Good evening. I'm
Good
so
evening.
happy that you have invited me.
Ma'am, your mic turned off. Ma'am has gone.
Hello.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Welcome, sir. Ma'am, turn on your mic. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Prasanna, for inviting me this evening. It's such a pleasure to be able to read some of the things we write. In another few days, we're going to be celebrating Republic Day in India. In 1950, on the 26th of January, India became a republic of the people, by the people, for the people. So this is a poem that has been published in a book that Prasanna has edited called The Song of Peace. And it's called Peace and Liberty, the Salt of Life. In the bustling, hurried, harried city called Ahmedabad in Gujarat, stands a quiet, serene, and tranquil place. Here where the river Sabarmati flows quietly, this is a place of peace, a peace that passeth understanding. From this place called the Sabarmati Ashram, they walked 241 long miles away to Dandi. They walked 24 blistering days till they reached the vast salt pits where the Arabian Sea quietly laps its sandy shores. These men wore hand-spun clothes led by a bony, thin man, all bare-bodied, a man we now call a Mahatma. On the 31st of January, he was shot dead, a man of peace who died because of violence. It was for liberty alone that they were here, breaking the shackles of bondage. They churned the salt of liberty, liberty which is the salt of life. Resisting with tranquility the wrath of violence, the hammer of sticks rained on their bare backs. They were truth marchers. They were all satyagrahis. The exhausted hands of bloody violence pleaded for pardon, and release and insane power fell silent before the might of peace. Hail, lawbreaker, trill the nightingale of India. The nightingale of India is Dr. Sarojini Naidu, who was also a poet and a great stateswoman. When an ordinary man called Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi bent and scooped a fistful of forbidden salt, he performed an extraordinary act. Salt was taxed, and we were now fighting against the taxation of what was an important thing for our food and for life. In that sacred moment, we, the people of India, claimed our inalienable rights to humanity, to liberty, and to peace. Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
Of, by, and for the people. Yes, 31st January is Martyrs' Day, which we celebrate, death anniversary of, Mahatma Gandhi. It's a very, thank you, man. Thank you for presenting, yes, we are celebrating Republic Day, Republic Day, Saraswati. And it's also on Saraswati Day, Puja will be celebrating on this, as per Hindu tradition. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, that is also on the plate. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. So next up is...
Thank you so much, Prasanna. It's a beautiful book that you brought out, The Song of Peace. I think more people should buy it and read it and keep it as an important document, important document.
Yes, ma'am. The other way, then that's also coming, yes, it's disheartening, but then people not complying with the detail, the requirement, but then yes, I wish they would submit as per the rule, and maybe it would succeed. Yes, up next is our own. I think I feel I am short of words, to I can. I could not introduce properly. He's such a influential, and he's such a making a waves across poetic realms. And I love him. I love being his open mics, and every Saturday he's been encouraging poets. It's a wonderful platform. A few of words. Yes, he's Unmesh Mohitkar for you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Prasanna. That's very humble of you. I'm grateful for your support, man. So here we go. I am audible, right? Am I audible? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thanks. So this is something which I wrote on freedom fighters, and fear, poverty, hate. They conquered it all. It is not easy to do good. It is not easy to continue doing good when the trees are charred, land is dry, water not free, bread invisible, stomach empty as high and dry well. Pain, being sold for free, happiness confined to palaces. We only see the big names in the limelight who tried to change the world. No one talks about the pain they endured. I hear people talking about freedom fighters saying that the choices they made were wrong. They fail to understand the choices were not made when people were They fail to understand the choices were made when people were not allowed to make the choices at all. It was not their decision to go against it was their decision to go against the grain of the society of that time, to change it, which they knew won't change overnight. Generations had failed to make a dent. When we try to compare and measure a freedom fighter on today's scale, today, we can walk wherever we want, speak our mind, We miss the context of time. Blocked road, jailed thoughts, segregation, kidnapped books, ignored knowledge. Fog of time can hide mistakes as well as great sacrifices. Flowers blooming daily in a curated garden cannot ignore the pain gardener endured. The very existence of garden, though not in a pristine form, vindicate the success of the gardener. Freedom is never free. Chains and jails, blood and broken ribs, standing tall in the face of a huge storm. The recipe is painful, colored red, but if the time comes, it's worth doing it all over again. It's worth doing it all over again. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Wow. Mind blowing, sir. Mind blowing. Wow. What a thought provoking and powerful rendition, I would say. I would like to have you write my anthology, the upcoming anthology. I think it is better suitable for that. And yeah, I most of would agree with my view. And thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming, and thank you for giving out your wonderful presentation on freedom fighters. Yes, very thought provoking.
Almost like a freedom fighter, sir, with your words and your verses that came out unexpectedly exploded like anything with your freedom of thought. I can say that.
Exactly.
I wanted to tell you yesterday that the Guruji said that they were sent from heaven. They came straight from the highest abode, and when they left the body, they went straight to the illustrious heaven, even higher than ordinary souls. They were not ordinary humans. They were very, very special souls sent by God. This is the teachings of my spiritual teacher.
Excellent, sir. Thank you, LaxmanRao, sir. Thank you, Lantern. Now I would like to welcome from Philippines, Joan Rao, who is equally powerful, when it comes to poetry and presentation. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. Am I really edible on the end?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The title of my poem is In the Darkness of the Night. In the darkness of the night, consumed by emptiness. In the world of confusion where there is restriction to express, molded by disturbed emotion, a bluntly pointed splinter in our soul. It poked once, poked twice, until it finally stopped. We were engulfed by the past of a phenomenal ordeal. It comes and it goes. It saturates deeply till it drops away. A stressed deja vu, as it seems, things that happening again from 1,000 years back or maybe more. In the darkness of the night, where the ghosts and fairies fight, swords created the sibling lightning of dreams, of nightmares and illusions, zooming the noses of faces, marking their eyes, flashing out the blurred recollection, mastering the masquerades of hindrances. The night. The dispute between real and fantasy is a creamy salt and pepper delicacy. To win against the assault of uncertainties is to win against ourselves. For the doom of life resides in our minds, and the disposal lies in our hands. Will you let it stay or chase it away? In the darkness of the night, where disappointments and setbacks are the absence of acceptance, expecting the egg to crow like rooster as pyramid of expectation on a dry and wary cat, it will consume and break us. But behold, we are warriors. Be bold. Our tears and blood are the unquenchable weapons, and our resilient hearts will conquer the scenarios in the darkness of the night. Thank you.
Wow, Joan, I could watch your eyes, while you're reading your poem. I mean, very expressive, I would say. Kingsley
Thank you so
Hutchland,
much.
thank you. I think Akal Lantern Carrier is from all the way from UK. I think I could ask Kingsley to react on your poem and read out his poem as well. Lantern Carrier.
I like the way she ended, it's like a victory in the darkness of the night, You're down in the abyss and you're held in fetters and chains, and somehow you break free, and you're rising, She's emotive, she's impassioned, she's giving it her all, she's fluent, she's got a lot of vibrancy, and the sense of delivery is awesome. She talked about breaking us, but at the same time, she's saying, behold, we warriors. She's a bit like me, it starts in a kind of negative way and then it lifts it. So I really appreciated her piece.
Thank you.
Thank you, Johan. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thanks for coming. Please, Acharya, go ahead with your poem.
Oh, right. Let me find it. Okay, I'll do the one like Unmesh did. I did one yesterday. I'll do it again today. The log in a raging river. She was born a foliage in turbulent waters. The alcohol of uncertainty, anger, resentment, and fear reeked in her mother's struggles, polluting her life with a familiar delinquency that seemed normal. Later, she became a plant, branch, and finally a log in a raging river, drifting with the rapid current. Helpless against the mad rush of fierce winds and cruel tornadoes, she was abandoned in reeds with the whispering drones of swaying bamboo, her only solace. Mom was dealing with her own struggles in this Amazon of sharks versus octopus, and she, being only a small fish, knew naught about how to fight, only how to survive in a hostile river of scowling tornadoes, gentrification, and unpaid debts. The tide was brutal, and Andrea was drowning. Even as the heart-spilled sorrows and life's furious flow lashed her breath amidst the deposits of grief-stricken emotions in this river of abandonment. She knew she had to do something, and fast. Andrea cupped her hands in prayer, entreating to the light. Suddenly the tides turned and the waters became serene. She saw fishes aplenty amongst the once choppy waves, now crystal clear. Aquamarine life, oysters and pearls seemed to spring up in abundance, and this river was now a haven of composure, tranquility, and perfect peace. Andrea began to realize that she had always been the maker of her own destiny, that life was only handing her lemons to enrich her with mangoes, only to allow her sunset of darkness to become a kaleidoscope of endless light. She was forged by love's alchemist, a cocoon in shadows, only to become an exquisite butterfly. And as she flapped her golden wings, she knew that she could fly and was alive again. I have been exalted, she proclaimed. This time she touched her heart and could feel a center of energy pulsing. She saw the stars shooting inwards, even as the moon laughed ecstatically, and the dawn awoke to the sweet symphonies of the minstrels in her soul. Now hate is a snake's venom that she has left behind because it hurts so many fishes, including herself. The log in a raging river has dissipated, even as a resplendent sunbeam covers her nakedness of her illusionary darkness, replacing her loneliness with the supernal magnitude of a most glorious love. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Wow, sir, touching and brilliant imagery, I would say, brilliant imagery. Wow, it's always a pleasure, listening you, and I always try and get to learn something, be it, the style of construction or whatever, the usage of sentences, words, and all. I love it. Thank you. Thanks for coming, and thanks for
Thank you so
your
much.
beautiful
Thank you.
poem.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Now, the one who is coming up would be the one who is exponent. I mean, he's a scholar in Urdu and he's a retired professor, a scholar from Delhi University, Perwaiz Shehriyar, after a long time. Sir, mic is yours.
Good evening to everyone. Greeting to all my friends and honorable poets. I'm thankful to Prasanna ji that giving me a chance to share my poem. There is a very small poem. The title of my poem is My Love for You. So intensively, I have been craving for you, the wine of your lips, the bowls of your eyes, to your black curly hairs, the lake of your blue eyes. Whenever you will look rather attentively into the mirror, you will find me, your face to face. Each impression of my staring will appear at your face. The concealed secret of heart will reveal at everyone. How will you possess yourself, ponder in a new situation? Can you adapt yourself in it? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Crisp and short and sweet. But I think something is missing from your side, and I don't know what is. Yeah, maybe. I don't. Yes. Anyway, thank you.
Might be I cannot say because I have read from my written, and there is so many correction also.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, it is good, sir. Thank you for coming, and thanks for presenting your poem, sir.
Felt it has something more to say, like it was something like an unfinished poem, something somewhere we felt that.
Lakshmana sir, go ahead.
So do you want me to go ahead, sir?
Yes.
Done, sir. Thanks a lot for the opportunity here. And I think like I've been missing several weeks here and there, but again, I am on bang now. Well, I'll straight away just go ahead with my poem. Well, here is a small and short poem which describes about a beauty of a thought, like a beauty of a woman, beauty what I love. Okay, here it goes. Beauty is what you are, and most loved the way you are, and present your being. Beauty is what you are, and most loved the way you are, and present your being. Beauty smiles within your eyes, laughs and speaks around your senses. It doesn't fake it or make it as a lie, as it's as open truth at one's disposal. Beauty is a grandeur ray of thought. Beauty is a grandeur ray of thought, with multitude hues glistening in art. You are as my light, lightning in my mind, as you are the very thought, and that's beautiful. Let me in that beautify my being. Let me in that beauty beautify my being, for I've seen a beauty, and that's more beautiful, and that's more beautiful. Simple answer. Thank you.
Beauty, all beauty. Anybody would like to react on that? How about Suvarna ma'am? Who is there, very good at writing, and nowadays I could read out her poems and all. Suvarna ma'am, would you like to react on LaxmanRao's poem?
Hi, sir. It's a beautiful poem, sir. I like the lines. Beautiful smiles within your eyes.
Yeah.
and beautiful, radiant. The poem title is also very nice, sir. A beautiful poem, almost, totally it's a beautiful poem.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
it
sir.
describes upon the beauty of a woman, beauty of love, and the
Women,
beauty of a thought. So I bring in
yes,
all
sir. When
these.
we smile,
Yeah.
yes, sir. When we smile, we see the beauty in the eyes of women. Yes,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true, sir.
So
Whatever
I
you
brought in all these three layered matter in one context. As simple as that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
nice,
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Very nice, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now,
Prasanna.
ma'am, go ahead with your poem. You could read out your poem.
Okay, sir. One sec. Okay. The title of the poem is Song of Solitary Lass. Song of Solitary Lass. Solitary I am, solitary I am beside, solitary companion I am, solitary I dream, solitary I meet my views to cope up with my situations. Solitary I am in my mother's womb. Solitary I will be in my tranquil tomb. Why do I fear to bear? Solitary I came to visit this motherland. Solitary I go away from to the wonderland. Why do I feel insecure to be solitary in my success castle, where my attitude had built the chariot of self-confidence to carry me to the goal of success castle? Why do I fear to bear the whips of lashes of words, lest feel proud to be the pride of solitary legend? Solitary reaper I am, who reaps from dawn to dusk to nourish my kids to be on cloud nine to touch the moon. Thank you, sir.
Introspective. Wonderful, ma'am. Solitary. And, a kind of philosophical, I would say. I would request you all to resign with the same link and it may go out anytime. So we got few minutes left. So kindly bear with me and yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you, Prasanna, man. Such a wonderful poem you presented.
Thank you,
Always.
sir, for giving me this great opportunity, and thanks to all the great poets.
Thanks for coming, ma'am. Isaac Cohen, all the way from Israel, who always smiles, loves, says sweet, short poems. Isaac, mic is yours. Isaac, turn on your mic.
Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, yeah. Wait. Wait a minute. Yes. Other coin. The secret circle of love. I observed your eyes. I saw a daughter, a home, a family. The circle closed by love. And the second, wait a minute. Other coin, the touch of love. Let's ride on a white horse. I'll give you a bouquet. We play the secret touch without touching. Only the muses can hear behind the wall. And the third, the short, What is that? Yes. Wait. Yes. Other one. The secret way of love. I am a songbird in your eyes. Try finding the rhythm leading me to your heart. Love, love. Thank you, Icon, Israel.
Only music could heal. Like, you know, I listen to the music, you know, when you smile, Isaac.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Gargi ma'am.
Yeah.
Gargi ma'am from Varanasi is a scholar who has penned 5,000, more than 5,000 poems, I would say. Yeah, Gargi ma'am. Ma'am, go ahead.
No, or tsetse sting. Tsetse is an African fly which can bite humans and it can be poisonous. Vehemently, repugnantly stung, thoughtless, careless, aimless hunter, stung sharp and fingers swollen to cylinders. A prison of horror. The pain was escalatingly indescribable. Heavier went its dignity, penetrating blood, skin, skeleton, and became numb, standstill as lead, submerged into a boundless pool of quietude. Smoothly stared and waited, frozen half to death. Which past revenge enmity did it fulfill? Did it satiate its simmering wrath? And what did it attain? Hearts jumping with fury to convey hopeless venom to the wicked inspiration. Who conceived him? Knowing its aftermath, is it a pleasure or results of thoughts impure?
I'm afraid I could just, but, you know. Hello? I mean, I finished it.
Thank you.
Sorry, there was some audio and, you know, issue, ma'am. So on a network issue, I couldn't get you. I mean, it's like, yeah, I think you could rejoin with the, you know, the same link, and I could read out the poem the second time. And I think,
Okay.
yeah.
Can I go ahead, sir, please?
Yeah, you could go ahead, but it may go out anytime. So you could go ahead. Please go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. It's on. Okay. I'm just reading again. On a tsetse sting. Vehemently, repugnantly stung, thoughtless, careless, aimless hunter, stung sharp and fingers cold to cylinder.
Ma'am, again, there is some disruption at your end. I mean, it's gone.
Yes, and it went
Ma'am,
out.
ma'am, you could just turn off your video by that. And we have got less than 1 minute. Maybe.
The pain was escalatingly indescribable. Heavier went its dignity, penetrating blood, skin, skeleton, and became numb, standstill as lead, submerged into a boundless pool of quietude. Smoothly stared and waited, frozen half to death. Which past revenge, enmity did it fulfill? Did it satiate its simmering wrath? And what did it attain? Hearts jumping with fury to convey hopeless.
I'm afraid.
Again, it's gone, sir.
Yes, yes, we cannot go ahead with. I think she may rejoin with the,
She has a technical issue on it.
yeah. I